There you go. Now we are recording. Okay, guys. How are you today? Ricardo, how are you today? Ricardo Huerta.
Fine,
How are you
fine.
today?
And you?
All right. Very good. Thank you very much. Very good. Are you tired?
Tired?
Tired. Yeah, like this. I'm gonna show you. Like this, like tired. You know? Are you?
Mm,
All right. I love it. Okay. Okay. So, oh, allow me just a second. Somebody got in. All right. So, we were watching last class the following. I'm gonna share my screen. Allow me. What was the topic? Who can remember?
Present
Who
simple.
can tell me? Very good. And what else? There you go. This was the class, basically, the previous class. We were watching simple present, yeah. I was explaining you the three functions of the simple present. I mean, how to use the simple present, basically. And how could you, oh my God, this is taking too long. I'm gonna do it like this. Oh my God, I don't have it here. Oh no, so I have to use this one. Hello. All right, as I was saying, we were watching the three functions of simple present. Do you remember the three functions of it? Which one were?
Personal pronoun.
Oh, yeah, but that's a way to build time tenses. All right, a personal pronoun, that's a different thing. All right, but the thing that I asked you was the following. Allow me. I'm going to show you. There you go. Oh my God, this is taking so long. There you go. So basically, what I was asking you is, all right, simple present, simple present. All right, we have simple present here. And yeah, somebody said, who says personal pronoun?
Martin.
Martin. All right, thank you, thank you. The thing is that I cannot see you while explaining you. That's why. All right, so I'm gonna do the following so I can check you guys. I'm gonna take this out so I can know who's talking with me. Better, right? All right. So as I was saying, yeah, the personal pronoun is one of the elements while building, constructing tenses. No matter the time tense, doesn't matter. All right. So every single time tense has to have a personal pronoun, maybe an auxiliary, and I say maybe because not all the time tenses uses an auxiliary. All right. An auxiliary. Then what else?
Verb.
A main verb, and what else? The typical. And a complement, in which we can have also other verbs, well, secondary verbs, let's say. We can have articles, we can have prepositions, oh my God, prepositions. We can have modal verbs, we can have, all right, we can have articles, prepositions, modal verb. Oh, we can have their adjectives, we can have adverbs, and else. Different grammatical categories. So far, so good?
Yes, teacher.
Awesome. All right. If you have doubts or questions, please let me know. All right. Okay. So this is called basically the grammatical structure of any time tense. Okay. So this is the skeleton of English, basically. Those are the bases, basically. Okay. But getting into more detail, we were asking, well, we were working about in a specific time tense, which is the simple present, all right? And yeah, the simple present uses this structure, but it is built with a specific elements, let's say, and related with 3 functions. Remember those functions. Allow me, because, oh, this didn't work. Amen. Okay, doesn't matter. Or can I, allow me just a second and see if it opens faster. Oh, come on. There you go. Yeah, I want this one. Are you kidding me? Wrong account. All right, there, leave it that way. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna re-explain it, so it doesn't matter. All right, so the simple present itself uses 3 functions. Do you remember those functions? Okay. The first one. What was the first function? I mean the what for. Why I do even use the simple present for? Who can remember the first function?
Routines.
Very good. Routines. And allow me just a second. Where are you? There you go. Routines. What else?
Professions.
Professions. Yeah, very good. Professions.
Describe feelings.
Descriptions. And in this case, you can use also feelings. Yeah, very good. Or describe feelings, both of them. What else?
States.
Yeah, very good. State, as in existence. Very good. And anything else?
Yes, no question.
Oh, but that's another function, my dear. So, okay, but very good. Okay. The second function of it, what would it be?
Negative sentence.
Awesome. Negative sentences. Sentences. Very good. In which I have to use an auxiliary, which is, which one?
Don't.
Do not, or the abbreviation don't. Very good. Or what else? Does. Or doesn't. Very good. That's the other function. And the third function is the one that Martin said, which is?
Yes, no question.
Yeah, very good. Yes, no questions. And also WH questions. I'm whispering
Do.
here. No, do, yeah, do. It's how do you create negative forms. Negative, all right, Noemi? Is the second function of it. I was talking about the third one. So listen up. Okay, this doesn't matter that on the third function, we cannot create positive, negatives, and of course, questions. Well, of course, in negative and in positive. Doesn't mean that you cannot create those. And I'm going to show you how. All right? So basically, remember that before this function, every single time tense has 3 forms to express. So 3 forms to express or create. And these three forms are, which ones do you may think are the correct ones? Well, questions, positive sentence, and negative sentences. Those are the three forms, all right? So basically, when you create something, well, these are the three forms in which I can create, all right? Doesn't matter the time tense, all right? So you can create whether if it's a question, a positive, and a negative form. And then we have the elements to create those, you know, the elements that I use in order to create those forms. So far, so good? Guys.
Yes.
All right. All right. Are you alive? Okay. And as we were saying, for example, we can create some exercises related to the function, right? For example, we can create a question, a positive, and a negative sentence related to any of these functions. For example, could you please give me an example of how do I ask a profession of somebody?
Are you a teacher?
For example. Awesome. Are you a teacher? So this will be, oh my God. Oh. So this will be a yes, no question. Classify yes, no question. This will be a yes, no question with verb to be. With verb to be. All right. There you go. Very good. Astonishing, Fernanda. And can you please give me the positive answer of that question?
Yes, I do.
Yes. No. Yes, I am.
I am.
Why? Because we are using the verb to be. You see, it's in here.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to answer with the same element. Verb to be with verb to be. All right? Auxiliary with auxiliary. Okay, yes, I am. Complete sentences. A teacher. All right? I don't want you to be that, well, to answer like that. Just short questions, no. I want you to please give me the whole information. I want to know the chisme. All right? Okay. And the negative form, how would it be?
I don't. A teacher.
Again, what's the auxiliary, Martin?
Don't. No.
Are we using do here?
Yes, no question. Don't.
No, we are not using the auxiliary do. Which one is our auxiliary?
I'm not.
I am not.
Very good. We are using the verb to be. I am not a teacher. All right. You can complement. I'm a doctor, for example. You see? Like that. Complete questions. Sorry, complete answers, please. But very good. Very good. So as I said before, what you have to realize is what is the auxiliary they are using. Based on that, you can answer properly. All right? We cannot, it's forbidden. We cannot mix auxiliaries. All right? So if I'm asking with to be, I'm not answering with do or does. All right? So is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. All right. Now, talking about the second function, and now you can use the auxiliary do. We're going to create a question, a positive, and a negative sentence. All right? So a question, a yes, no question. How would it be? A yes, no question.
Do you like read books?
For example, do you like to read books? All right. Remember, this is as if I wasn't conjugating the verb. It's an infinitive. All right. So the whole meaning of the sentence will be worthy if I use this structure. Why? Because imagine, if I conjugate this verb, that will be like, ¿te gusta leyendo libros? For example. O ¿te gusta leen libros? Of course, it's not working, right? So you have to leave it like this without even thinking about conjugating it. All right? So it can make sense. So that would be, ¿te gusta leer libros? You see, it's an infinitive. All right? So do you like to read books? What would be the positive answer? Now, Martin, you can use it.
I felt like to read books.
You can say yes, because it's a yes, no question. So yes, I really like to read books. Ah, that's an awesome answer. Very good, Noemi. All right. What other answer can we have? We can have several ones.
Yes,
All
I
right?
do.
Yes, I do, which is the short one, all right, that confirms the fact that I do really like to read books. All right. Yes, I do. All right. Do we have another way to answer this?
Yes, I like it.
Oh, in that case will be, listen up. Yes, I do really like it, like that. And that's a proper one. All right? 3 forms to say the same thing, basically. So far, so good?
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, a negative form, how would that be? How would be a negative answer here?
I don't like.
No, I don't like to complete answer. To read books. Please complete answers. To read books, for example. No, I don't like to read books. You see, and in here I'm using the auxiliary do with the negative form. Why I'm even using that auxiliary? Who can tell me? What's the function of it?
And
Come again, Alexandra.
like it.
No, I couldn't hear you. Again, please. What is the function of don't?
No,
Oh my God. I guess it's your internet. Could you please write it down here for me, in here, in the messages, please? But the rest, think about the function of this auxiliary. What's the function of it? Oh, very good. I know that I don't like it. Yeah, very good. Oh, that's another one. Yeah, very good. No, I don't like it. I don't like it. Yeah. But my question was, what is the function of this auxiliary? Why am I even using this? Yeah, to express a negative form. Very good. That helps me out to express a negative form. Very good. Very good. Now I'm gonna leave it like this, all right? So I can. All right. So remember, the auxiliary do or does has two functions. The first function is to create a negative form, all right? And the second function of it is what would be? What do you think would it be? It's a conjugated verb. In this case, in present tense. All right? We will see how. Okay, two functions of one word. So you can see that, I mean, you can see why we have two auxiliaries to express the same time tense. All right? And the function of the to be is which one? Which one do you think, guys? Do you have any idea about it? Or you don't? Oh, but you can speak, Maria. My question is, what is the function of these auxiliary, of the verb to be, as an auxiliary?
Cerveza.
Oh, yeah, but that's a verb function. The verb function. No, I'm asking as an auxiliary. What is the function of the verb to be as an auxiliary? Anybody? Nobody?
No, teacher, I don't.
No.
Oh, there you go. Marielle is almost near. Express form. What do you mean about it? Speak out.
Irregular verb.
Oh, there you go. Awesome. Very good. So the to be auxiliary is to, first of all, you as an auxiliary, it helps to show the first function. You know? So routines, professions, descriptions, feelings, states. That's the function of it. You see? That's the main function of the verb to be as an auxiliary. Why? Because as you can see, when we are expressing things with the verb to be, no matter the elements, the function is the same. We are trying, well, look for example in here. We are trying to show a state, an emotion, a description, a profession, you see? So that's the function of the verb to be, you see? To be the main verb using these functions. Is that clear?
Yes.
Awesome. Yeah, no? I'm going to show you an example. But also we have this verb to be in order to what? What do you think? Create a negative form to, but with the first function. This means that I can create negative sentences in order to express routines, professions, all right, feelings, states, etc. I'm going to show you how. For example, the first function of it. I can say, for example, my
She's
cat.
happy.
Oh, for example, very good, lovely. She is happy. In there, what function are you explaining here? What is the function? Oh, I know it's the first function, but which characteristic is the main one that we express here with the sentence, she's happy? We are expressing what?
Feelings?
Yeah, a feeling. Very good, a feeling. Or if I say, for example, shut up. Sorry. If I say my cat is fluffy, you know, like spongy. What would be the function of it?
Description.
Description.
Yeah, very good. Description, you see? There you go. And if I say, for example, my mom isn't Nice. What will be the function of it?
Description.
Yeah, description too. Very good. You see? And in here we're using different forms, positive or negative, you see, in order to create sentences using the auxiliary verb to be as a routine, profession, description, you know? So it goes around or it is based on the main function of expressing a routine, a profession, a description, a feeling, a state inclusively. I can say, for example, there is a car in front of my house, you see? And this is existence, state, basically. I am showing that there is something and it is related with the position of another object, which is my house, basically. Yeah? Is that clear?
Yeah.
So as you can see, the verb to be is not like the doofus guy of the party, but is the main guy of English itself. If you learn this properly and perfectly, you will nail it. You won't need any explanation else to create another time tenses. Why? Because they work that way, you know? They work the same, almost the same. That's the base. The only thing that we change sometimes is the conjugation of the auxiliary and else, but you will see eventually. All right? So far, so good? Yeah? Are we good so far? Yes? Awesome. All right, so remember, every single time tense has 3 forms to express something. And depending on the time tense, I use, well, different auxiliaries or elements, which in this case, I use the auxiliary do or does or the auxiliary to be in order to create present tenses based on the 3 functions that we previously saw. All right? Yes? These are the functions. Allow me, I'm gonna functions. There you go. So these are the functions and these are the auxiliaries we tend to use in this time tense. All right? But what about the WH questions? They rule a little bit different, and I'm going to tell you why. Because this element helps all of these structures. I mean, I can mix them, and I'm going to show you how. For example, we have the WH questions, which are what, why, where, oh my God, how, who, which, where, why. I guess that's all, I guess. Well, eventually I'll come up with another one. So what, why, where, how, who, which, and yeah, I guess those are. Well, doesn't matter, we're going farther. So, okay, the ones that I remember, basically. All right. And in this case, the only function of this element is to have or to gather, to join information. All right. That is the function of a WH question. To gather or to get to know a little bit more about the chisme, basically. All right. So, because in here, as you can see, in here with the examples, I'm not going farther more with the information. For example, in here, I really like to read books. Okay, now I know from you that you like to read books, and that's it. That's the only info I got, basically. You see? But if I would ask, for example, which one is your favorite? Oh my god, favorite literature. Which one is your favorite literature? So you see, now I want extra information about it. You see? And in this case, there are not such as positive or negative answers, let's say. All right? But, well, those are implicit, let's say. But we have just answers. I mean, informative answers. Answers, complete answers that let me know more about the context, about, well, what I asked for, basically. So in this case, what do you think the answer would be? Which one is your favorite literature book, for example? Who can answer that for me?
My favorite gender is fun
You can say literature. Literature book
literature.
is fantasy?
Fantasy.
Fantasy one. It's fantasy one. You see? Very good. So now you're answering something with extra information, you know? And the beautiful thing about WH questions is that I can gather more information, that I can be more chismoso, you know? So this can help me out to create a proper conversation, you see? Because I can ask more and more, and the other person can ask more too about myself. Yes? So far, so good?
Yes.
Great.
Yes.
But the only thing here that you have to, yeah, tell me, allow me. Guadalupe was asking something. Wanna ask?
Una question.
Yes. One question.
Perdón, pero no lo sé decir en inglés, pero ¿de dónde sale el one? De Is Fantasy One.
Oh. Okay. First of all, how do you ask that? That would be, where does the one comes from? All right. That will be your question. Okay. And now
Okay.
I want to answer that. All right. I'm going to answer it. One, it is used almost as an it personal pronoun. All right. So the one is kind of describing me that I'm talking about an object or a place or a thing, basically. All right. In here, as you can see in the question, which one, that means that implicitly in my question, I want you not to tell me all the literature you love the most, but just one of it, you know, and a specific one. So using this word means that the answer will tell me just one genre of literature, not several ones, because I don't want to know several ones. You see? I want to know a specific one, which in this case was the fantasy one. You see? So in this case, this word makes me describe or confirm that I'm talking about something very specific. Is that clear, Guadalupe?
Okay.
Yes? Was it clear? If not, just tell me, and I'm going to reformulate it. But was it clear for you?
Yes.
All right. But also you can ask, for example, like this. Which ones? And immediately I'm classifying the question in order you to tell me different ones, you know? Not one, but several ones. You see? Are, you see? Your favorite literature books. You see? So in here, basically, I'm asking for a singular and particular, singular element. And in here, I'm asking for a plural one, plural element. You see? So my answer would be, for example, yeah, my favorite, oh my God, my favorite ones, and immediately are, and then you name them, you know, like for example, poems, linguistics, philosophy, you know, you name it. Is that clear for everyone? Yeah?
Okay.
All right. All right. If you have questions, please ask me. All right? Don't leave yourselves with doubt. Okay? No se queden con la duda. Don't leave yourselves with doubt. Okay? All right. And the question Guadalupe asked was like, where does the ones come from? The one comes from, which will be the term, you know, the term one comes from. You see? ¿De dónde viene ese término? Básicamente. Yes? Are we good?
Yes.
All right. Okay. So basically, when I'm using the WH questions, I'm gathering more info. All right? Basically that. Okay. Now, there is something I want to tell you, and it's very important. These auxiliaries, the do or does, and the verb to be, apart from expressing those functions that we previously saw, we have to take into account that they also express singularity or plural elements. All right? Why? And that's why I was telling you the previous class. Depending on the personal pronoun that I may have, I have to know that it may be plural or singular, all right? And depending on it, you may use a specific auxiliary. For example, if we use the verb to be, in here, what would it be? What would be the correct verb to be for this personal pronoun?
Do.
No, but that's not the verb to be. Am. Very good. Very good. And in here, what would it be?
Are.
Very good. And in here?
Is.
And the rest?
Are.
Very good. You see? So depending on it, depending on the personal pronoun or the person who does the action, I use the proper auxiliary. For example, in here, as you can see, For example, in here, look. Even in the question and in the answer, I use this rule. I'm talking about something, an it, which is a singular one. So that's why I use the appropriate auxiliary, a singular one, you see? But if I'm talking about something in plural, which means they, what is the proper auxiliary? Well, you see? So every single thing is methodologically and specifically related. All right? Personal pronouns with auxiliaries. All right? Auxiliaries with verbs. Verbs with adverbs. Objects with adjectives, and so on. So basically we have a symphony of elements that let me work together in order to build something in common. So far, so good?
Yes, teacher.
Great. So as you can see, I cannot do something in plural and use an element, an auxiliary in singular, because that would be like, no, you see? Or the same way I told you before, if I'm using the verb to be because I want to express these functions, you know, sorry, these ones. So I won't answer then the questions with another auxiliary that doesn't let me use that function, which is, for example, the auxiliary do or does. You see? So every single element has its function, and I cannot use those randomly, in desorden, randomly. All right? So in here we have the verb to be, yeah, verb to be. And talking about the other auxiliary, do or does, again, they work almost the same. I mean, they have, for every single personal pronoun, they have a corresponding element, or auxiliary in this case. All right? You, we, they. There you go. So in this case, what would be the auxiliary, the correct auxiliary?
Do.
I do. In here,
You do.
you do. Very good. And then you have
Does.
does. Does.
Dos.
And then
Do.
you do, they do, and they, sorry, we do and they do. Listen up. Why we have two different yous? Who can tell me? Why do I have this and this?
You the tú y you the.
Both of them has the same auxiliary. So why do I have two? Why do I have a repeated one?
Plural and singular.
Very good. The first one is for a second person, which is a person that I am asking for something, but it's in singular. And this one is for a plural one. So when I say you guys, I mean plural. But if I say you, Martin, that means singular. You see? Second person in singular, basically.
No.
Thanks.
All right. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And Maria was asking something. Did I answer that already? Which is the difference with you and you? Yeah, of course. When the difference. Yeah. Was it clear for you, Mariel?
Yes. Thanks.
Awesome. You're welcome. Yeah. So that's the function of it, basically. So concluding all of this, you have to have in mind while building a simple present tense these elements. You have to have in mind the function of this element. I mean, what for? Why do I use it? When do I use it? And the when means if I use it in plural or in singular. All right? When I want, or if I use it when I want to express a negative or a question. All right? That will be the when. And also the function, the when, and the why, which will be when I ask extra information. All right? And that means using what? WH questions, basically. You see? This is the simple present, basically. Summarized. Is that clear for you?
Yes.
That's
Yes.
so simple, right? All right. But as you can see, for example, in here, I used a simple present tense, which is apparently not that simple due to the fact that I'm building it with different elements. But you know most of them. For example, in here we have a WH question, right? What is this? What is this? This.
It's an auxiliary.
Very good. Auxiliary do or does. All right. What is this? I told you the last class, the previous class.
Noun.
No, it is not a noun. It is?
Article.
Very good. Definite article is called. All right. Definite article. And then we have here this element, which is, in this case, it's a concept, but a concept is, concepts are nouns, all right, to everybody. Concepts are nouns because are names, you see? And names are nouns, all right? So this is a noun. Well, we're going to do this WH question, so we can do the grammatical classification, all right? So there you go, auxiliary do or does in this case. Very good. What else? Definite. We are going to see this today. Definite article. Very good. And then we have the element noun, which is the one. It's a name in this case, right? A concept. Comes. What's comes?
Main verb.
Yes, main verb conjugated in what person? Main verb. Conjugated in what personal pronoun? Which one? Which one do you think it is conjugated? Is it in here, here, here? Which one?
It.
Yeah, very good. Astonishing. Yes, it is conjugated in a third person, and it specifically. Why? Because comes classifies this. I mean, the main action falls or describes this element, basically. So very good. Astonishing. Main verb, it. Very good. So that's why I put the S, the little S here. Otherwise, it will be say venir and no que él o eso viene. You see? So it is conjugated here, basically. Very good. And the rest, what is from? What do you think is from? Talking about a
Complement.
well, the complement begins here. I'm going to show you where the complement begins. No, but in here doesn't work like that because it's a question. So the question doesn't have complements at all, but elements that helps to build the question itself. So no, complement there is not because it's a question, you see? So no, from will be, anybody who can guess?
Preposition.
Very good, astonishing. Preposition. That is a preposition. Lovely. And also, not less important, the question mark. What is the question mark? This is the question mark. All right? That is the name of it, question mark. You see? So I took all the elements out in order to explain how it is built, basically. All right?
Yes.
Lovely. All right. So, oh, but there is something very important that is missing. What if I want to build a simple present, but I don't want to describe situations of routines, professions, feelings, etc. And neither I want to confirm things or to say them in a negative form, or neither I want to ask a yes/no question. So what can I use there? Basically, look, you can use a verb, a straight verb. That means that you are going to use directly a verb, all right? Straight verb, all right? So this means that I also can create questions, positives, and negative forms using a straight verb. Can you think about creating a question in which I can use a straight verb? Well, and that's a tricky question. Because you cannot, and this is a fact, you cannot create a question without using an auxiliary. Is that clear? This is a general rule. You cannot, it's impossible to create a question, no matter if it's a WH question or a yes/no question. It is impossible to create a question without using an auxiliary. And that's a fact. But you can add a main verb. For example, I can say something like this. You see? In here, I'm using the WH question. Where is the main verb of the whole sentence?
Do.
Which one, the first one or the second one?
Second.
Very good. This is my main verb. This is my main action. This is the what for, basically. All right? So do, the second one, is my main verb. So this do is my auxiliary verb. So this allows me to ask properly, what do I do? Basically. Yes? So doesn't mean that I have two verbs here. No, 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 no. I have here an auxiliary verb here and a main verb here. All right?
Yes.
All right. Yes, everybody? If you have questions, please ask. All right, so what would be the answer for this possible question? Using a straight verb. Well, you have to use a straight verb here in order to answer.
I like go to run the park.
I like to
Go.
run.
Run.
I like to go to run to the park.
I
You
like
see?
sleep.
I like to go to the park. I like to sleep. I like to sleep. Why am I not conjugating the verb? Why? ¿Por qué creen que no estoy conjugando el verbo? Why? Why do you think I'm not conjugating the main verb?
Porque es presente.
No, because in present tense you have to conjugate it.
Porque está hablando en primera persona.
That may be, that may be. I like to. Me gusta ir. Es que fíjense la expresión. Aquí ya es más de estilo. Y esto lo voy a decir en español. Esto es más de estilo. Yo podría decir, me gusta ir a correr al parque. ¿Vieron? Pero yo también podría decir, I run in the park. Yo corro en el parque. Y ahí ya conjugué el verbo. ¿Se dieron cuenta? Y ojo, los dos están en simple present. Los dos. Entonces acá ya es más de estilo. ¿Vieron? De cómo yo respondo las cosas. De qué estilo les doy. Básicamente. ¿Sí? No es lo mismo decir, me gusta correr, perdón, me gusta ir. Bueno, yo puedo poner así, and I like to go and, no, perdón, sin el and. No. I like to go to run to the park. Sí, me gusta correr en el parque. Ir y correr en el parque, básicamente sería. Me gusta ir y correr en el parque, a decir, a mí me gusta, yo corro en el parque. Entonces, ¿qué es lo que me perjudicó aquí? El estilo. O sea, ¿qué fue lo que me hizo cambiar el estilo acá? ¿Qué creen que es? Analícenlo. Analicen esas dos y díganme. ¿Qué creen que fue?
El verbo, la acción, ¿no?
¿El qué?
El verbo, la acción.
No. Fíjense qué elemento tiene la primera frase y qué elemento no tiene la segunda.
Like.
Yeah, very good. So, here is a rule. Whenever you use like or love or enjoy, those verbs, in order to describe something that you do, immediately it is not have to, you must use the verb in infinitive. So, no conjugation. All right, is that clear? Siempre que utilicen estos verbos antes de describir una acción principal, o sea, me gusta, lo amo, lo disfruto, siempre el verbo que sigue tiene que ir en infinitivo, o sea, sin conjugar. To go, to run, to read, to, con la preposición to, básicamente. ¿Sí? ¿Quedó claro eso?
Sí.
Okay.
All right. Pero si yo tengo un verbo, una acción principal, también lo puedo usar, yo puedo conjugar. Y por ejemplo, acá lo hice. Yo usé el verbo directico, ¿vieron? Pronombre, verbo, principal y complemento. Vámonos. Ah, ahí va la pregunta de Mariel. Entonces, fíjense. Voy a hacer una. Por ejemplo, Mariel loves to read Harry Potter. Por decirlo así. Books. In the park. At noon. Ven, yo le puedo meter elementos, yo puedo complementar cosas. Eso es lo cool de esto, del inglés. Entre más elementos yo le puedo meter, más chévere porque queda más completa el chisme. All right? Maria loves to read Harry Potter books in the park at noon. All right? ¿Qué pasa aquí? En este caso, mi main verb sería que le gusta, que ama, que lo disfruta. Ese sería mi main verb. Por eso yo tengo que conjugarlo con respecto a mi persona, que en este caso es un she. Entonces, si ustedes se dan cuenta, vamos a desglosar esta vaina, vamos a verle el esqueleto. Entonces, es personal pronoun, which is she, right? Entonces, ¿qué sabemos? Que para Espérenme, ¿dónde está? No lo he puesto. Que para cierto pronombre personal, entonces yo tengo que conjugar ad hoc con el pronombre, ¿no? Si es tercera persona, si es segunda persona, si es la segunda en plural o en singular o lo que sea, ¿no? Entonces, fíjense. Si, por ejemplo, mi verbo es, no sé, escribir, write, ¿no? Entonces, así está sin conjugar, fíjense. To, oh my God, where are you? There you go. Así está sin conjugar. To write. To write. Literalmente dice escribir. Entonces, si yo escribo I to write, entonces sería como decir yo escribir, tú escribir, ella escribir, ¿no? So that's why you don't use that. All right? So if you want to conjugate it, that will be I write inmediatamente. Con quitarle el to, entonces yo ya estoy conjugando este verbo. Entonces ya aquí no dice yo escribir, dice yo escribo, you know. Tú escribes, you write, ¿no? Ella, él, eso, escriben, writes. She writes, he writes, it writes. ¿Se acuerdan de la regla que les había puesto la vez pasada? Que para conjugar en presente hay verbos que son con este o con esta terminación. ¿Se acuerdan la regla de esta? Que con esa terminación son ¿cuáles? Los verbos que terminan ¿en qué? ¿En qué? ¿En qué? Acuérdense, acuérdense. Go back farther. Go farther and see the rule. No crean que estas reglas yo se las doy de adorno. Sí las usan. Lo que pasa es que uno cuando las usa no se la pasa diciendo, es que la regla tal, no sé qué, si se más. No. Pero es algo así como en español cuando uno tiene reglas con, bueno, las palabras graves, las palabras agudas, esdrújulas, you know? Y mucha gente dice, pero es que no sé cómo tildarlas, no sé cómo hacerles el acento. Pues porque no conocen la regla. No saben que si termina en N, M, no sé qué, entonces tiene que tildarla a la mitad y, ¿saben? Ese tipo de cosas. So, basically I'm telling you those things. The rules so you can have the elements. No, en he, she, no. O sea, sí. Se conjuga en una tercera persona. O sea, estos elementos aparecen cuando yo uso un verbo y lo conjugo para estas personitas. He, she, it. Very good. Mi pregunta es, ¿para qué verbos que terminan con qué usaría yo esta terminación para conjugarlos o esta?
Tercera
Esto,
persona.
ya sabemos que es para tercera persona.
SH.
Eso es, por ejemplo, eso es una. Muy bien. Si un verbo termina en SH, entonces yo inmediatamente para conjugarlo tengo que ponerle esto. Por ejemplo, el verbo speech. Bueno, no, perdón, es speak. Oh, qué horror. Speech es un adjetivo. No, olvídalo. No, speech es como tu conversación, se podría decir.
Sí.
Sí, entonces eso no, eso es otra cosa. No. Pensemos en un verbo que termine en eso, en CH, a ver. Por ejemplo, ya lo tengo. Por ejemplo, catch, que es agarrar, ¿no? O tomar. Por ejemplo, en este caso, si yo quiero conjugarlo para la tercera persona, le agrego la ES. O sea, si yo lo dejo así, dice ella, él, eso, agarrar. Y no, ella, él, eso, agarran. ¿Vieron? Y aquí, por ejemplo, entonces ahí sería catch, I catch, you catch, he, she, it catches, you, entonces write, estamos con write o con catch. Entonces, catch, ¿vieron? Entonces, ¿qué es lo que tengo que aprenderme? Pues nada, ¿cómo conjugo yo los verbos para las terceras personas? O sea, para he, she, it, básicamente. ¿Se dan cuenta? Esa es mi tarea, básicamente. Permítame un segundito. All right, guys. So was that clear for you? Yes?
Yes.
Awesome. So now there is another form that that we can use with simple present. So we can use the functions of it. Then we can use the when, the why, and also a main verb. You see? And that's it. All right? So I was dividing here, right? So Mariel is a she. What else? Loves is what? In this case, what is loves?
Main verb.
Yes, very good, lovely. Loves is the main verb. Allow me just a second. Main verb. Main verb. The main verb. Luego sigue to. What is to? Bueno, en este caso va to read. Completo. Okay, so to read will be. ¿Qué creen que es?
Verb to be.
No, no es verb to be. ¿Cuál es el verb to be? ¿Cuál es el verb to be?
In the park.
No, pero a ver, no se me confundan. A ver, estamos aquí viendo este ejercicio. Entonces, ya tenemos, Mariel is a she, personal pronoun, right? Loves, what is loves?
Verb.
Pero en este caso tenemos dos verbs, ¿no? Loves y to read. Estos dos son dos verbos. Entonces, ¿cuál es el main verb ahí? Analícenlo.
To read.
A ver, to read. ¿Cuál creen que es el más importante? El más importante. En este caso es loves. Entonces, main verb es loves y to read es un secondary verb. All right? O sea, sí se puede. Es más, ustedes van a ver después conmigo tiempos verbales. Bueno, si es que lo ven conmigo. Si es que vivo a la pandemia. Ustedes van a ver que hay frases en las que yo puedo fácil tener 2, 3 verbos al tiempo. ¿Listo? Entonces, en este caso, to read es mi verbo secundario que a la vez complementa mi main verb. O sea, los dos coexisten y dependen. ¿Vale? ¿Sí? ¿Vamos bien? So far, so good?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Ever.
Ahora, tell me.
Ever first verb is the principal.
Which one? This one?
Uh-huh.
Well, in this case, yes, loves is the main verb. Why? Because it shows me how Mariel loves to do something. You see? So in that case, yes, that's the main verb. In that case. But different from here, in which I have, for example, in here, my main verb is this one, and I have just one main verb. You see? I don't need extra verbs at all. You see?
Okay.
Yes? Okay. All right. Sorry for my dogs. Allow me just a second. All right. So, Harry Potter books. Look. Oh, this is lovely. Harry Potter can be what? What is Harry Potter? What is Harry Potter, guys? In a grammatical classification, what is Harry Potter? Just give me a second, please, because somebody arrived and they will be like barking all the time. Allow me. All right, guys, listen up. So, as I was saying, Harry Potter books. This element goes a little bit together, a little bit, all right? It's part of the complement, but it's an object. Very good, Mariel. So, yeah, it's part of the complement. Yeah, the complement begins here, basically. This is the complement. But Harry Potter books, look, it is divided into two things. Harry Potter can be a name, yeah, a noun, let's say, but in this case, is not a noun. In this case, Harry Potter is an adjective. Why? Because it's showing me what type of book or type of noun is. You see? So Harry Potter is acting here as an adjective. You see? Is that clear for everybody? Yes? Chicos, ¿sí está claro eso?
Yes.
All right. No, tú no puedes decirte más o menos, Mariel, porque lo respondiste. Okay. What is in? What is in?
Preposition.
Yes, very good. Preposition. And then we have, what is this?
Principal article.
No. Definite article. Definite article. All right. Oh my God. Definite. Definite article. And then we have, what is park? What is park? What is park?
Place.
Yeah, it's a place, but how can you name it as a proper classification?
State.
No. Look, park is a noun. Es una cosa, es un lugar. It's a noun. All right? At, what is at? What is that?
Preposition.
Very good. And noon. What is noon?
Noun.
Yeah, very good. Don't go farther. Very good. You see? This simple sentence. Grammatical classification here. That's it. All right?
No.
No? What is it? What is wrong in here for you? What don't you get? Don't worry, ask me. I'm not pointing you out. Yo no les estoy señalando. I'm not pointing you out. I just want you to comprehend. Why now? The time is similar a place. Okay. Exactly, but time is similar to places and places are nouns, so that is why it is a noun, Mariel. Es como si tú, imagina que te llamaras Sol. Bueno, hay gente que sí se llama Sol, no, mal ejemplo. Pero bueno, Sol como el elemento me refiero, ¿no? O tarde, en este caso que es noon, tarde. ¿Eso es un nombre o no es un nombre? Por eso es un noun. You see? I know this thing of classifying is huge. I mean, it is the issue. That's why I'm doing this with you together. So we can work together and get it better, you know? Because sometimes what you think it is not a noun, it is a noun. You see? Pero, a ver, paréntesis en español. Siempre que ustedes digan, ¿qué es un noun? Pues igual que en español, es un sujeto. Pero el sujeto puede ser también un objeto. Pero puede ser un lugar. Pero puede ser un nombre, por ejemplo, de un restaurante. No sé, la chilanguita. Eso es un noun. ¿Saben? Recuerden que todo va en torno, o trabaja pues en torno a la función de las cosas. ¿Listo? Y que cada elemento puede tener doble o triple función. ¿Listo? Entonces, dependiendo de dónde yo lo ubique dentro de mis ejercicios o de mis sentences, dependiendo de dónde yo ubique los elementos, entonces yo ya puedo clasificarlos con un nombre diferente de esta manera. Por ejemplo, yo acabo de nombrar algo, ¿no? La chilanguita. La chilanguita es un lugar, ¿no? It's a place. Pero ojo, también podría tener la función de ¿qué creen?
No.
Bueno, de un noun, ya es un noun de hecho. Cuando yo digo que es un lugar, es un noun. Pero también podría tener otra función, que sería de un personal pronoun. Yo puedo nombrarlo como si fuera un it. Y les voy a mostrar de qué manera. Les voy a poner un ejemplo de la doble función. Por ejemplo, ubicándolo así como si fuera un noun, yo podría decir algo como Roberto goes to party at the chilanguita. ¿Vieron? Y aquí la chilanguita para mí es un lugar. ¿Vieron? Es un noun, es parte de un complemento. ¿Y sí? Entonces, ¿cómo podría yo hacer un pronombre? Pues yo podría decir, la chilanguita has great music. ¿You see? Aquí inmediatamente un lugar se convirtió en el doer, o sea, en la parte principal que hace algo, o que tiene algo en este caso. ¿Que tiene qué? Una excelente música. Entonces, este es mi doer. Esta es la persona, digámoslo así, que hace la acción dentro de mi oración. ¿Y sí? Doble función para una sola palabra. Que uno a veces creería, ay, no, pues, es un noun, ahí muere. No puede ser otra cosa. ¿You see? Eso es lo bacano del inglés.
No.
Entre más elementos tengan ustedes y entre más clasificaciones sepan, mejor pueden ubicar dichos elementos y pueden manejarlos a su antojo, básicamente. ¿Vieron? Was it good?
Ya.
Fue blow minding, right? ¿Les voló el cerebro o no? Blow minding. Well, that's English. Y la cosa con el inglés es lo siguiente, y les voy a explicar. Y esto tengo que hablarlo en español porque sí, son cosas que tengo. O sea, eventualmente voy a recurrir al español, ¿verdad? I'm gonna try not to do it so much, but okay. En este caso, el inglés tiende a ser muy falto de palabras. Porque, por ejemplo, en el español nosotros usamos, perdón, es que se me cayó aquí algo en el teclado, qué horror, un polvito. Listo. Como les decía, en el inglés el vocabulario es un poco más reducido al del español. Digamos que nosotros tenemos muchísimas palabras y muchas clasificaciones para describir muchas cosas, ¿no? O nombrarlas. Y le tenemos nombre a todo, ¿no? El cocianfe y lo de la puerta, que la cosita, que, you know. En inglés les falta vocabulario. Entonces, ¿qué hacen ellos? Pues ponerle doble, triple y hasta cuádruple función a un elemento. ¿Ven? Entonces, ahorita con este ejercicio ya se dieron cuenta cómo es que funcionaría eso que les estoy diciendo. Básicamente, yo puedo utilizar una palabra y saber su significado y saber sus múltiples significados para que con base en eso yo pueda utilizar dicho elemento en una frase a mi antojo, ¿no? Y yo puedo expresar eso de manera adecuada. ¿Sí? Questions so far? ¿Preguntas hasta ahora?
No.
All right. Ahora sí se pone lo bueno. Ya tenemos la gramática, ¿verdad? Ya tenemos la función, ya sabemos el para qué, ¿no? Entonces ahora falta la práctica. I want you to please do the following. Quiero que hagan lo siguiente. I want you to please do the following. I'm going to... Allow me just a second. Estás personal pronoun. Ok, vamos a hacer un ejercicio de personal pronouns, ¿ok? Que ya lo sabemos, ya los conocemos, ya sabemos qué son. All right? Entonces, I need you to please... Bueno, ahí están los personal pronouns. Muy bien. Súper chévere. Miren, esta está chévere. Esta parte. Quiero que por fin vean esta parte, la de greetings, introductions and goodbyes, para que se aprendan maneras de decir hola, adiós, mucho gusto y eso. ¿Listo? Quiero que escuchen cada audio. Ahorita les paso el link. Igual está en Classroom, pero bueno. Quiero que escuchen cada audio. Cuando acaben de escuchar cada audio, vamos a utilizar, no, aquí no está. Ay, where is it? No, este tampoco. No, este tampoco. No, menos. Aquí. A ver si es esta. Sí. Listo. Cuando acaben de escuchar esos audios, porfa se van hasta abajito, aquí. A little conversation. ¿Listo? Y le dan en self-assessment want y aquí lo van a responder. ¿Listo? Esto lo arrastran, esto lo pueden arrastrar y pegarlo acá. ¿Vale? ¿Dudas, preguntas? Yo creo que no, ¿verdad? Como lo dije en español, I hope you have not questions here. All right? So here you have the link. Please listen at first. Try to understand. All right? At first. And then continue with the little conversation, self-assessment 1. Right? And please, when finishing, let me know. All right? Shout. Tell me, teacher, I have finished. All right? Is that clear?
Yes.
Lovely.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave the presentation and pause the recording part. All right? Voy a pausar la grabación. I'm going to pause it. All right? So let's begin, guys.
Okay.